Hello and welcome to Spa Marketing School. I'm so happy to have you here. This is a show where we love to talk about profit and more specifically, strategies that we can use to generate more profit in our businesses. So today, I want to ask you a question. What would it look like to have 5 extra hours every week totally dedicated to working on the business, not in the business? What if you weren't putting out fires or trying to respond to emails or client text from 3 days ago? What if you weren't just booked out for 8 weeks and literally didn't have 1 second to even interview someone to bring in to your practice to get additional support? What if you actually had space, real space, to think strategically and map out the vision so that you can work on the business? I know that just sounds impossible for some of you, but it's actually more possible than you think. And today I want to show you how. So, what happens in our industry is that spa owners are wearing all the hats. We are one of the only industries that we go to aesthetic school, and so many of us just go out on our own right off the bat. Side note, real talk here. If you are in school, please work for someone else for at least 3 years before you go out on your own. You will benefit so much from that. Okay. It will really help you long term. I know it's like this exciting thing to have your own business and go down the entrepreneurial path, but you will do so much better in your own business if you have a little bit of experience under your belt. Okay. But what happens in our industry is that we go out on our own and we're wearing all the hats. Even if you have the experience, even if you have worked for 3 years or 5 years or 10 years, and then you go out on your own, you're typically still the provider in the room and the receptionist and HR and the marketing director. And at some point, that hustle is going to become your bottleneck. Okay. So if you're always working in the business, being a doer, you're never going to be able to work on the business. So CEO time is the space where you're building the vision. It's the space where you're building your systems, where you're getting clarity on your strategy and really starting to develop your team culture, your company culture, your brand style. This is where real scale starts. And here's the thing, when you make time and space for yourself to lead, for yourself to work on the business, and yes, lead, even if you are a true solo, you still have to lead that business as if you had a team. Okay. It is, life changes. Okay. Life changes. You enjoy your work when you do it in that way. So, the time that we're in now, the season that we're in now, AI is, if you are still in the camp of what's ChatGPT, it's okay. There's a lot of you out there. We also are an industry where so many of us are pen and paper kind of people. But what's happening and what's been happening in the past 5 years and will continue to happen at a much more rapid pace is the way that we do business is completely different than it was even 2 months ago. And the way that we are creating content, the way that we are just working in general, the landscape of the way that we're structuring our companies are completely different than they were just a few months ago. Okay. So incorporating ChatGPT and AI in particular into your business is not an if, but when. Okay. And so if you're not on that boat, get on the boat. Okay. This is not going away. This is already started. This is something that, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you must incorporate this into your business or you will get left behind. Okay. And I say that with love and compassion. I say that directly because I want you to understand how vital it is to adopt AI in your business. So, what can it actually do? You can use it to draft out client policies. You can use it to draft out scripts for the front desk. You can use it to create your onboarding documents for new staff. You can create social media captions. You can create blog posts or email sequences that go into your brand voice. You can write job descriptions. You can create performance review templates. You can do team training guides. You can organize your week. You can block CEO time. You can automate your ideal work schedule. You can generate responses or write newsletters or write follow-up sequences. There's so much work. You can ask you can create custom GPTs that are essentially marketing assistants. So one of the things that we've done is we created a custom GPT to write out all of the content for our podcast. So I still record the podcast. I create that content. That's me talking. Those of you that have worked with me, you know I am a speak to thinker. When we're on Zoom and someone types a question, I'm like, please unmute. Please talk to me directly. I must hear you. I'm very auditory. And so I need that piece there. So I am a speak to thinker. However, what we're doing is taking the transcript from our episode and uploading it into our custom ChatGPT that we created, that we trained on my voice, on my content. And when I say train, I mean we've uploaded, I don't even know how many. We have over 400 episodes of this podcast, right? And we've uploaded transcripts for so many so that it understands my voice and my beliefs and my tone and all of those types of things. And now what used to cost a couple $100 and take a week to create costs me $20 a month for my ChatGPT subscription, which does a heck of a lot more than my podcast episode and is done in about 3 minutes. Okay, so imagine what that means for your business. If you're paying lots and lots of money for marketing, if you're paying lots of money for social media managers, if you're paying lots of money for content creators, this is the landscape that's switching. Okay. And if you're listening to this and you're in marketing, fear not. There will always be a place for you, but you have to shift the way that you're doing things. Okay. Strategy, like chat, the tool is only as good as the person using it. Okay. You have to understand the questions to ask. You have to understand the directions and the prompts to give it. Okay. So we are going to include a list of prompts. So if you're watching this on social, just comment chat and we will send you in a DM, we will send you a freebie that we've created with a whole list of prompts for you to use in your business. Okay. We've had a freebie before. We're actually going to update that and continue to add to it and get more and more and more prompts as we're coming up with more and more and more. But these are going to be super simple that you can copy and paste and look at, what am I spending my time doing? And I will say the kind of outlier is if you are still in the room and you are literally booked out your entire work week, then you need to start to put some boundaries on there now. So block out CEO time, even if it's just an hour-long block. I in a perfect world, I would separate and have 2 full days of CEO time and 3 days in the treatment room, because context switching is really hard and it's going to really lessen your productivity. Okay. So context switching means I've got to be in the room and be in esthetician mode to then I've got to go and write emails and create content. If you're going back and forth, it's going to take you a little while to get into your flow. So you'll actually be so much more productive if you just stay in your lane of, I'm a provider today and I am doing provider things all day, and then move into your CEO time where I'm a CEO today and I'm doing CEO things today. So keep that as a mind for yourself. So then the question is, what are you going to do with this time once you get it freed up? If you have your social media done for the entire month, if you have your blog post done for the entire month, if you have your onboarding documents done, if you have scripts for your front desk or for your other providers to be calling clients, what are you going to do? Okay. So are you going to develop your membership? Are you going to plan an event? Are you just going to take some time off because you need a day because you've been hustling for the past couple years, it feels like, and you just want to go to the beach? That's okay, right? That is okay. So you really need to look at what systems can I create using ChatGPT, and how can I save myself hours of time myself and dollars off of my payroll? Okay, time and money. AI is one of the smartest systems that you can have in your toolkit, one of the smartest tools that you can have in your toolkit. And I look at our custom chat GPTs that we have created as team members. They are completely what used to be a copywriter is now a custom chat GPT that we created. We spent time and money investing in that, and now it is paying us back with an incredible ROI. Okay, so my challenge to you, comment chat below this video, get those prompts, okay? Get those prompts, pick one area that you are going to focus on, whether that is calendar, admin, email, marketing. Create some prompts and take action for yourself. Start small. Reclaim even just 1 hour, okay? Feel what that feels like to work on the business. Get inspired. Fall in love with your business again, okay? So do that for yourself. It will make you show up better for your team. It'll make you show up better for your clients. It'll make you show up better at home. Okay. It is so incredibly worth it. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope this provided you value. And I can't wait to share our next spa marketing school next week.